Great Ghana, 67 years. And there was a death during the march. A military officer dies during Independence Day parade in Koforidua. And this story is by Nelni Kanako, our correspondent. A military officer from the Ghana Air Force has been confirmed dead after collapsing during the 67th Independence Anniversary celebration in Koforidua, Eastern Region on Wednesday. During the parade, the officer, along with 66 others, collapsed and received immediate medical attention from stationed doctors at the venue. 8 individuals were subsequently transported to the Eastern Regional Hospital for further treatment. Citi news sources at both the Eastern Regional Hospital and the Regional Ambulance Service have confirmed that the military officer's health deteriorated, leading to his untimely death. It goes on and on, so please, you can go to citinewsroom.com to read excuse me, the entire story. And let me come to you, Mr. Thompson. Somebody actually died during a parade for the march of the 67 that happened in Koforidua. What's your take?
Well, for me, I think it's unfortunate that we have to lose a life. My problem is, do we still need to march in this day and age? Do we still have to go stand under the sun every 6 March, walking about like some old slaves and colonies?
One would ask, what is even the purpose of the marching?
What is it? You know, that every day, every year, we carry school children, dress them up like slaves, and go and parade them in that's not a celebration. We've seen how can other people celebrate their... You see parade in other jurisdictions when they are national days, and it's only for the security agency, and it's a national parade. But I think that these celebrations and the way it is done has outlived their usefulness. I think they don't have the same euphoria it used to have anymore. I think we just need to come up with new ways of celebrating our independence, and I don't think that these parades, do that for us. There are other ways there are more important ways of asserting our independence as citizens. And I think after 67 years, if our government is telling us that if we sign a particular bill, some people won't give us money, and after that you carry school children and go and put them under the sun to celebrate independence, there's something wrong with you. Definitely something wrong with you. I don't know what independence you are celebrating, And so I think that we just need to focus on the most important things. What are the things that have set our independence as citizens? And how do we fight off interference with those things? If we're able to do that, then truly we are celebrating our independence, and truly we are setting our independence. But I don't think that carrying school children to go and put them under the sun really, really cuts it for us.
Right.
Honestly, I don't. It's a needless life lost.
May the family really, really have our condolences. Mr.
Yeah, at this point, I wonder what we are celebrating. 67 years of what? Of
nothing. Nothing.
In fact, in the same and around the same time, it's been proven that, look, we are worth observing, but not celebrating. You celebrate something when there's something to show. Here we are, we need to actually observe and acknowledge the torchbearers of independence. But to this generation, we have added nothing. We are only managing and destroying some. We've only maintained some. You see, look at motorway. How many years it kept itself in that shape? And then the ones that have been constructed and reconstructed and then patched and all that, the stretches and see, then you understand that, look, and you know one funny thing. You wonder why the 70s and the 80s are in power still. And don't be too disappointed and pained like I am. Because God intentionally put them there to come and show what they benefited, whether they can do it. These were the 70s, 65, 70, 75, 80. They are the ones who were in Legon, who actually boycotted chicken because they wanted beef. My dad was one of them. They were in university. They were sleeping one in a room. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. That's a shame. And giving the chance to correct some of the things. You see how they are destroying it. These were the ones who actually were, I repeat, they were demonstrating against beef, their chicken. Because they preferred beef. When youths of today complain of unemployment, Honorable K.T. Ahmad had the guts to say they are coconut head. He had the impunity to call them people who have coconut head and just spewing rubbish. That's what he thought we were doing. But in their time, they were having free meal in the university, not primary school. Please don't get confused. University, one in a room.
Yes.
They were going to chop for free.
Snacks.
They were going to chop for free. And they were boycotting against the food that was coming for free. So this is the generation we are talking about. And so they shouldn't celebrate. They should work. They shouldn't lead us and talk about what is there to celebrate. Now let me tell you the major issues. Look, when you are observing the heroes of this country, let us rather correct this. We must debate our history. When I hear big sis, I get angry. 6 people were picked up. 1 person said, I accept. 5 people said they don't know anything about it. How did they come and join to the big sis? How did they join? We have mixed up everything. A wonderful woman. She led the battle in the Jisu. I celebrate her.
Yes, Antoine.
But that one is not linked to the total liberation of Ghana. It was when their colony was being infiltrated. That's when she fought against them. When you want to talk about the real Ghana fight, the final one for the Gold Coast, it was Saje Ajete, Nico Benaboni, a chief walking barefoot, saying, "What we don't want ya." Those are the people we are talking about. So when we talk about our history, we are confused right from our airport, the entry point.
Kutoka.
A coup maker being named to
At
the
our
fame.
airport.
That is where our confusion starts from. But look, that total liberation, I was surprised we were even this year. I'm surprised we were celebrating it. We are not totally liberated. We took a traditional decision, a religious bank, our values, our culture threatened, and then we actually allowed threats within our food and external to say, oh, there will be economic, and you look on the platforms, people are discussing panicky. Really? When the white man was leaving, what were we thinking? We were thinking we could manage our things ourselves. I wonder if there was a facial of the dead. I would wonder to see Kwame Nkrumah's face
right
looking at the what we are doing. Look, the issues, the real things to talk about is proper health care on this Independence Day thing. Proper health care. Anybody who was due to go and march, checks on the person. Look, we are only pencils. It could happen. But when it happens that more than 10 or 20 people are collapsed, then you wonder what sort of check we put in place. But like my brother said, look, let's look also at the cost involved.
Right.
There was a Magafuli for Tanzania. There must be another smart person for Ghana. You cannot just use all those money. Go and look at the budget. Somebody is sitting there watching the TV. IFL. We use money to fix such things. Do we need to celebrate independence when there are hospitals yet to be built? How long has it taken us to fix the
children are hospital? Still under trees.
So that's what we have to do. No, look, we need to celebrate when we get things to show. But at this point, let's observe. How do we observe it? Let's observe a National Day of Cleanup. Like he's saying, let's put ourselves to something. Let's transfer ourselves to cleaning the gutters.
60 seconds.
67 years, and when I was driving past Domi, after just a 30 minutes rainfall, the rubbish on the streets is 67 years. And this is what we are doing. Look, may the good Lord continue to bless our homeland, Ghana.
Amen.
But indeed, God helps those who help themselves. And we should notice this as a country. If we decide that we will look at a gold, bauxite, mention them.
All the minerals. Now we have
oil, lithium, and you have all this, and you still can't take decisions for yourself.
And depend on foreign aid.
And then when the whole Africa gathers in your country,
and you have Dumso,
and you call it maybe a technical hitch. Don't worry, like I said, your mother passed.
Yeah,
you told us she's sleeping at 6 p.m. the traditional time. Yenya ye didi no. Kwamna oduane we na so mame ese obema obi. Ye be bo no nko eni no ndu. Obi ada no na usu.
Nkete achew.
Bo la ka wo hia wo ke no ko twa ni omanye. Shinda bi ake omanye djuron. Omanye je omanye efen ko keke.
Je efen ko djuron.
Shi ejjuron. E wo twa ni omanye djuron. Abla of
Yeah.